Welcome. Welcome to Deacon's Table MiniAdventures, set in the mystical and diverse world of Foreverland, Oyala Endor, specifically in the enchanting Middle Lands and the mysterious Mistwood Forest. These one-shot adventures are designed for both seasoned adventurers and newcomers alike. Each session is a self-contained story, packed with exploration, creative problem solving, and thrilling challenges, allowing players to dive in without long-term commitments. With a revolving cast of players from the Deacon's Table Discord community, every adventure brings in fresh faces, unique characters, and unexpected twists. Tailored for around a 2-hour session and adaptable for 4 players by default, the mini-adventures scale dynamically to match group size and character levels. Whether you're navigating arcane ruins, braving treacherous groves, or confronting ancient foes, every session weaves a new tale in the ever-growing tapestry of Foreverland. Join us now for Deacon's Table mini-adventures and step into a world where every story is an epic tale waiting to unfold. And I will introduce you to our players. Let's start off with Gaba. You're muted there, my friend. There you go.
Yes, hello. Ken the friend. I play little goblin barmaid on the adventure. Glad to be here.
Welcome. And we'll bring in, of course, our next victim, shall we say, Luca Greycliff. You there, Luca? You're muted, my friend. You're muted. Uh-oh. Technical difficulties, maybe. We might have to come back to Luca. Well, in the meantime, let's bring in Silas.
Hey, I'm Garrett. I'm going to be playing Silas, the orc fighter. It's slightly different than the character I normally play.
A little different, I think. And last but not least, we have Lyra.
Hey, I'm Rose. I play Lyra. She's a coastal human bard.
Excellent. And we'll go back. Is Luca, are you there? Are you hearing us? Because you are muted if you are hearing us. I will check our Discord briefly to make sure there's no issues. Maybe. Well, hopefully she will be able to join us momentarily. I don't know what has happened, but I think she's already kind of gone over this. And what I'm going to do at this point, through our Discord, I had actually posted something yesterday to involve the players in this particular storyline, in this story arc that is going on right now. It was something that had taken place in the Roaring Fox, which is the inn, which is in the town of Mistwood. And just to kind of go over that incident once again, we will go back and we'll just kind of cover briefly what had happened. The night basically wrapped Mistwood in a blanket, like a damp chill. The southern winds have calmed to a faint murmur, and an eerie stillness settles over the town. And is that who just joined us? Sorry, guys. My apologies. Oh, okay, that's what it was. I think Luca has a duplicate on here. Are you with us, Luca?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hey.
Yes. I'm going to get rid of the other one that's here.
Yes, get rid of the other one. I did try to close it out, but I don't know why it wasn't working before.
All right. Well, I'll let you introduce yourself before I go on then.
Sure. I'm Jenny. I play Luca Greycliff, and she is a level 3 currently, warlock.
Excellent.
And anything else?
I think everybody I think we're all level 3 pretty much, except for I think Gaba has just leveled to 4.
Right.
I
Ooh.
believe. I think
So he's
everybody
leading.
else.
She's
People are
leading,
close.
right?
I think Luke is close as well at some point.
Yes.
But we're getting there. So pretty soon, all of our pre-gens, by the way, people who are watching and tuning in, we do have pre-gens available, so you don't have to go through the effort of rolling up your own character. You can if you want to, by the way, using D&D Beyond or using character sheets and the original ancestries that we provide. All the pre-gens, though, are with our original ancestries, and everything's where you kind of get involved and start playing right away. So, and they're going to be 4th level soon. Majority of our players are at 4th level, so it's just going to kind of make it more fun for people to jump in. So what we were doing, Luca, while you were out, is I was just recapping the post from last night. So inside the Roaring Fox was alive with evening bustle. The hearth blazes brightly, casting flickering shadows across the crowded room, and Helen Klein, the ever-vigilant dwarven innkeeper, is at the bar, overseeing refills of steaming cider and thick bowls of venison stew. Lila, Helen's young ward, darts between tables with practiced ease, while Rufty, who is hers and Helen's foxhound, snoozes near the hearth, watching the wolf pup across the room, which was into the tavern after the wolf hunt had come back. Gaba had been assigned food service detail, for the evening and watching over everything and making sure everybody was getting their meals and the dishes were cleared away and were done on time. One corner table, Sandro Cortez, he sits with his wolf pup bundled in a worn blanket at his feet. The pup now sleepy and calm, peeking out occasionally at the patrons nearby. Across the room, a small group of farmers and traders share stories of the last market day, and their faces flushed with drink and laughter. The faint sound of a fiddle over by the hearth and a tambourine creates a lively backdrop as a traveling bard strums an upbeat tune on a stool near the stage. But amid the warmth of merriment, a faint unease lingers, an instinctual feeling that something is about to change. Suddenly, the double doors of the Roaring Fox swing open with a gust of cold night air, sending loose papers and anything on the tables that were gathered there fluttering, and the flames of the nearby lanterns flickering low. In the doorway stands a lone figure, one that some of you have seen before, cloaked in frostbitten leathers and carrying a heavy pack slung across one shoulder. His silhouette is unmistakable. It's Dorian, otherwise known as Dust Kalewind. He's a very enigmatic wolf or wood elf tracker. His sharp emerald eyes scan the room briefly before he locks onto Helen, who immediately gestures him towards the bar. The murmurs of music die down slightly as patrons turn to watch him cross the room. Heavy boots leaving damp footprints across the wooden floor. Dust drops his pack at his feet and leans heavily against the bar. His face is taut with exhaustion, and thin layers of frost cling to the edges of his cloak. Helen pours him a mug of something dark and strong from beneath the bar. "You're back. I thought you were just skipping out on your tab," she chuckles and says cautiously. Dust takes a long drink before setting the mug down with a soft thud, his voice low and edgy with urgency. "I came to the West Road. There's trouble, Helen. Farm here, closer to the coast." Dust turns slightly, his voice carrying across and loud enough for those nearby to hear. And those nearby, of course, you guys are seated not very far away. There's a homestead, Ulrich's farm, just past the old fork on the Hunter's Trail. Something came up from beneath the earth. A whole barn swallowed like it was nothing. Tremor. It's not natural. The walls of the hearth and the faint whistle of the wind seeping through the doorframe. Sandra looks up from his corner, the wolf pup letting out a faint whimper as if it senses the weight of these words. Helen's brow knits together. Ulrich, he's a stubborn one. Well, what's the state of the farm now? Dusk shakes his head slowly. The family's holed up in the farmhouse, terrified out of their wits. They've lost livestock, maybe more. There's a boy there, Jacob. He's wounded by one of those things. He's lucky to be alive. So whatever's down there, it's big. It's big, Helen, and it's hungry. And I told you something dark was lurking below. Helen's gaze shifted towards a table of adventurers not far away, her dwarven eyes narrowing with purpose. Well, I'll be damned if we'll leave them fend for themselves. The table and the table and tables surrounding it currently are being served by Gaba. Those at the table is Luca Greycliff, Silas, song, as she's kind of looking in your general direction. She raises her voice slightly, addressing the room. Now listen up, all of you. Farmer Ulrich's in trouble out by the Western Trail, and Duster says that none of us have seen before, that he wouldn't wish on even our worst enemies. I need volunteers, steady hands, sharp blades, and stout hearts. Head out there and put an end to whatever nightmare is clawing up from under that farm. And Dust straightens slightly, his emerald eyes sweeping over the gathered faces. Most faces are just look too timid to even step forward, to be honest. These are farm folk for the most part, and traders and merchants. You'll want lanterns, rope, and steel. Whatever's down there, light bothers it, but it's smart. Too smart. The wolf pup across the room lets out a faint yip, as if to punctuate the warning. And that's where we left off at that. So, it's out there for the room. In general, she was aiming it at in your general direction because, again, she knows you're in her establishment. So I will let you guys take over momentarily here and discuss how you wish to proceed.
Luca can do this. Luca can fix anything, right, Luca?
Oh, I don't know about that, but I will definitely go and see what we can do.
Yeah, Luca have big power. We can watch. You want to come?
Yes, Gabby, you are definitely welcome to come, but I do hope that you do more than just watch.
Well, she's inviting the table too of anyone else.
Silas, you're kind of seated at the table just behind.
Yeah.
Just kind of separated a little bit from the group because you really don't know anybody in town. Larry, you're around and you've been here, so you could be sitting with Luca, of course.
I will. I'll stand up and look at the rest of the table and say, "You are all very small. I will accompany you."
What does Silas
This
look
voice
like?
comes from behind you.
No, what does Silas look like?
Silas stands about 6'4". He's an orc. He's very muscly and he's very well toned. His skin is like a light green, kind of olive color, and he has like black kind of hair that goes a little bit closely down to his shoulders. He's got a lot of scars and burn marks all over his body, and a long scar that goes from about here all the way down through his eye. It makes his eye like milky white, and so it's a stark difference from his other eye, which is like a dark green color. He's got a big long tattered cloak on, and he usually wears his hood over his head. And he's got a very large great sword on his back that if you look at it closely, it doesn't look like it, like if you're like just looking at it, but if you look at it closely, it has a very kind of a light green tint to it. It's odd.
Interesting. Thank you.
Luca looks up and down at Silas, sizing him up. And
We're getting some interference here. There we go. I think you're all back now.
And Lucas says, "You certainly look like you can handle yourself." Well, looks like we got the muscle, Gaba. Anybody else would like to join us?
Lyra goes, "I'll come along if you don't mind."
All right.
What do you look like?
I'm sorry, Gabba, you just cut out for me.
Oh no, I am getting a little.
There's a little bit of
disconnect here.
yeah.
No, was asking what Lyra looks like.
And sea green eyes. She wears leather clothing with lots of seashells on it. That
I apologize for those watching. We are definitely getting some internet
Yeah, we're getting a lot of interference.
internet nonsense going
I
on.
don't know why. It's
Weather is
doing this.
not great here where I am.
I was going to say there's a lot of weather out there between where you're at and where I am, at least.
So.
But I appreciate you guys coming together for this. It's good to have this time together for ourselves and for those who may be watching.
Oh my.
Sorry, Gabba, you just cut out for me again.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna close that.
Something here to get the network more. It's on my end.
So
though.
Luca would say, so it looks like we have a few magic users and definitely some good muscle. She looks about to see if anybody else wants to come along. And when are we setting out? She says, looking over pointedly at the dust Kaelwind. Are you coming with?
I'll give you directions, but I'm not going back there. That's no. I'm a scout. I'm a tracker. I'm not a fighter. I'm not going to take on whatever's under that ground. If you leave now, you guys should be there just before morning.
Well, give us some directions
All
then.
All right. He gives you guys directions, and you gather the stuff that you have, the lanterns and your steel and whatnot, and whatever you need, and you head out on your journey. The journey itself, southwest from Mistwood, has been long and cold, but the homestead finally comes into view in the pale light of dawn. The farmhouse stands sturdy yet weather-worn, smoke curling weakly from the chimney. But your eyes are drawn to the barn, or what remains of it. A massive hole gapes where its foundation once stood. The splintered wood scattered like straw. Claw marks the size of your head scar the nearby fences. A thin mist creeps across the snow-covered fields, and faint, echoing tremors vibrate beneath your boots. Farmer Aldrich stands in the doorway of the farmhouse, his knuckles white as he grips a rusted pitchfork.
Oh, Farmer Aldrich, we came from Mistwood to see if we can lend some help here. What do you know?
Make me a persuasion check.
Does this seem similar to like a hibernation cave feel? I was trying to sense how, like, if something is just trying to sleep through the winter in here or not.
No.
Okay.
So, Luca, what was that persuasion?
I rolled a 13. I think
Okay.
my bonus is +3.
Okay. Aldrich looks, steps out of the doorway of the farmhouse and comes closer to where you guys are at the barn. His wife and this farmhand comes out from behind the barn as well. Beside it, he's limping slightly with a big bandage wrapped around his leg. It came from under us. First, it was the ground rumbling. Then the barn, the front of the barn, it vanished. It went with it. The beasts are still down there, though. I know it. They took our cattle and my boy. They've got my boy. We couldn't even dig down to him before the earth swallowed the hole. Please, you got to do something.
What did it look like?
They were big with skittering arms and like very spider-like, and they were everywhere. They were all kinds of them. And then they were gone.
Does that sound like anything I've ever heard before?
Not
Knowing my background?
knowing your background and where you come from. I mean, there's a few creatures that you think this could very well be.
Mhm.
Make me a history check.
Cool.
I think Gabba, hearing the potential of these being like nice, big, tasty bugs, she starts drooling and slowly starts crawling into the hole.
I rolled a 12.
Okay, well, it's above a
Luke
10,
was
so
saying-
you really need it.
Gabba, get back here, not yet.
You know of these from back in Elsafia. There are certain caves and cave complexes or tunnel complexes where a certain creature is brought in and employed as, they're called giant tunnel scouts.
Okay.
And they're very much like a giant spider.
Oh, dang.
Poisonous spider.
Oh, dang. Okay. Alrighty. Good to know.
That sounds
So as
like
I said, you've got Gabba climbing into the hole. You've got the farmer Ulrich standing there with his wife, and then you got this farm boy that has his leg all bandaged up from being wounded by one of these particular things.
How deep is the hole?
It goes down about a good 40 feet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty deep.
Okay.
These
Is
tunnels
the
leading off
boy-
on one side under the barn.
That is injured, the one that he says that the thing got.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
So you're gonna, or do you talk to him or?
Well, yes. But asking like Silas did for details on what they look like and how they move.
Yeah, he pretty much describes the same thing that Silas would know. They look very much like a giant poisonous spider. The boy even unwraps part of his leg, so you see the wound. If you want to make a medicine check, you can. He explains that I was trying to rescue one of the cows, and this thing it came out of nowhere, and it bit me.
Hit you with like pinchers or
With fangs, with teeth.
wow, okay. Do they move fast?
Yes, very fast. It was gone back in one of the holes before I could even get far enough away. I thought it was going to eat me.
Is this the boy that they got, or is there another kid?
No, this is a farmhand, not their
Okay,
son.
so it's just another one. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was kind of confused with that as well. How sturdy does that fence look? Like if I were to tie a rope to it, could it?
There are some fence posts. Some of those fence posts they're still pretty secure.
Okay,
they're in there.
I would like to try to attach a rope to it and start kind of lowering it down into the hole so we don't have to jump down and kill ourselves.
You tie off a rope and you go back to the edge, and Gabby, you're still slowly trying to get down carefully. It's not very easy. A lot of shifting rock, a lot of shifting sliding dirt, and the ruins of the barn as well. Like it's a chaotic mess. There's shattered beams, hay scattered here and there, deep claw marks that are in the dirt and the rock. And it's at the center of this wreckage is this hole. The hole itself, as I said, where the sinkhole originally is, it's about 40 feet down, and it's a good 50 or 40 feet across, maybe. And then once you get you see at the bottom, there's another hole in the center of that goes down like a tunnel. and it's about 15 feet wide. Its edges are crumbling under the weight of the ground itself and the debris that's fallen on it. But you do see bones from some animals. Some are disturbingly large that you see, half buried in the loose earth. A rancid, earthy smell is drifting up from the depths, and you do hear a faint clicking sound from below.
Yeah, she'll definitely like kind of back away and just kind of keep an eye up on the group. It's staying silent. She feels she's kind of in a predator den right now and just kind of in defense mode at the moment.
I was going to quickly ask the farmer about the boy that was taken. Is there anything he could tell us about his son?
Yeah, he gives you. He's very panicked and grief-stricken, actually, and the mother starts to weep. And then he starts to describe what he was wearing, just like a general farmhand attire. And then she butts in, and she's again in full tears. And he's got long hair like mine, and a soft face. He's such a kind boy. Oh, please help us.
Luca doesn't say it, but she thinks the boy is no longer amongst the living, but she will try to recover what she can when they get down there, if they could make it out alive. She would cast Armor of Agathis on herself before they start down the hole for good.
Okay. So, Gabby, you're standing at the bottom of the hole. How, Silas and Lyra and Luca, how are you getting to the bottom? Silas, you're taking using the rope.
Yeah, I'm just gonna slide down the rope.
Okay.
I guess the same way.
Same way. Lyra?
Yeah, she's probably gonna try and go down the rope too.
Okay. You guys have the security of the rope to hold on to. And as you're going down, I need you all to make me a perception check.
Okay.
Well, that's a nat 1.
Ooh. 14.
Okay.
I got a nat 20.
Hey.
Oh,
Good,
dear.
the opposite end of the scale.
You think you see something, Silas, as you're going down near the edge of the second hole, the tunnel going down deeper. Lyra, you're 100% positive. There's something shiny and shimmering in the dirt at the edge of that hole. So when you get down there, what do?
I'm gonna check out what the shiny thing is.
You find a small silver locket.
Okay.
It looks like it's got some faded initials etched in it. You really can't make out what they are, but there is some initials etched in it.
Be careful. I think there's something in the hole. Gab was trying to warn her.
You're standing there at the edge of the hole with the locket. And Silas, I'm assuming you probably were pretty close because you thought you saw something there as well.
Sure.
You're both hearing this clicking sound almost, and an echo from deeper in that hole. If you want, the two of you have the option to roll me an Arcana check.
Who?
Actually, no, I don't think Silas would have a way of doing it. Lyra, you can definitely roll me an Arcana check.
I probably wouldn't know. I don't know the first thing about magic.
Magic.
Well,
Pretty.
I don't see any modifiers for it, but I rolled a 17.
Okay. Yeah, if you don't have any modifiers, it just means you are untrained in it, therefore non-proficient, so it's just a standard roll. With a 17, however, you are magically inclined, and that the sound was kind of drawing you in, making you listen. You kind of lean forward a little bit. It sounds very strange, but there is a faint magical resonance to the sound, suggesting that these are not just simple creatures.
Okay, I'll let the others know that there's a magical aspect to the sound. I'm going to try and investigate the locket that I found.
Okay, so what are you going to do with the locket?
I guess try and
Like you guys are now down at the bottom of the hole.
Can we all see in the dark? Like, does everybody?
Well, there's enough light now. The sun was just coming up when you guys got there.
Yeah.
So the sun is shining down into this hole. So you
Yeah,
do
but I
see,
mean, like, in case we need to go further, like my character has dark vision. Does anybody else need torches or?
pretty much, I think most of them are going to need torches. I know most, like my character, for instance, can't see in the dark. So
Okay, cool. I can see in the dark.
okay, so you
I
can see
think
the dark. You guys do recall being told though that these things were afraid of the light.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons for the torches as well. So,
Okay, so you guys start sorting through torches and whatnot.
okay, cool.
As you're doing so, and you're just kind of looking at the locket and holding it and trying to examine it, you really can't make out. It looks like an M. Is one of the letters that you can see, but up at the top of the hill, looking down, the top of the opening, looking down is Jacob, the farmhand, and he's kind of holding his leg and rubbing it a little bit. He says, "You are going down there, right?"
I'm sorry, Deacon, you cut out for me.
Jacob is standing at the top of the hole, and he's looking down at you guys, kind of rubbing his sore leg, his wounded leg, and he says, "You are going down there, right?"
Are we not already down?
He's referring to the other hole, like
Okay.
he's pointing to that darker. He says, "I heard them, I heard them. They're not just animals. They're waiting for something."
I was going to speak up. Go, hey Jacob, what's the kid's name?
Michael?
All right, I'm going to kind of whisper to Luca. I'm pretty sure I found the kid's locket.
Okay, she says just keep it and we'll give it back to the mother when we get back, or you can run it up there now if you feel like you want to.
So you guys are passing out torches and whatnot and making sure you're all well equipped. Farmer Ulrich lowers down a tied bundle, and he says, "Here, take this. It's not much, but it might help. The tunnels, they wind in strange ways. I tried peeking around a little bit down there to go after Michael, but hopefully you can do close and your weapons ready. Light does really seem to bother them."
So who was it that came down?
Just Farmer Ulrich lowered down a wrapped bunch of inventory. Some
Okay.
lantern oil, flint and steel.
After we take out the stuff that's been lowered down, like is it like a basket or something that was lowered down in?
Nope, just a wrapped bundle, like wrapped in canvas cloth.
Okay, then she's gonna tie the locket to the rope that he lowered it down with, and say, "I found this."
And you send it back up?
Yep.
Okay. She immediately upon seeing it, both Farmer Ulrich and his wife start to weep. So
don't worry, we're going down. It'll be fine.
Maybe we'll find the rest of him.
Oh dear.
I give them both a smack, and I go,
With
"You don't see that."
I mean, I'm being alive.
Yeah, but with that, they
both get a bonk on the back of the
start to
head.
sob uncontrollably, which is the way you first said that. It just she took it all the wrong way, and yeah. So as you guys do kind of look into the hole and you start to kind of make your way down into this hole in this tunnel that's going further down into the earth, it's kind of heading southward. The hole descends very sharp. There's wooden beams from the debris up top that are still sticking out that form kind of makeshift ledges where they've kind of dug out and around it. The air seems to get colder the further in you go, and there's faint vibrations coming from beneath the earth. As you descend into the tunnel, the light above begins to fade. The walls are close and damp, with claw marks gouged into the packed earth. The faint, steady tremor continues beneath your boots, a heartbeat from the depths below. Somewhere far ahead, that clicking sound begins to grow louder and closer. In that, just so you know, in that wrap bundle, there were 2 lanterns with 2 hours worth of oil each, 4 sets of rations, and you find actually a crude map. Looks like a charcoal on cloth map of where Farmer Ulrich kind of went already, and where he was just kind of too afraid to go. I guess would be a good way of putting it. Oops. Main screen. What do we mean here? Where did Luca? Did you get kicked out?
Uh-oh.
Okay, so Luca, you hear everybody, but you don't see anything. Hey, just one. Sorry, folks watching. Yeah, because you are muted, Luca, as well. I don't know if you can unmute yourself. That's possible. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm just checking to see.
Okay, I got it. Sorry about that.
Hey,
You're back?
Yes, I
Yay.
wasn't gone. I just lost my screen and had to get back to it and couldn't find it.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
Deacon, real quick. I found out I have bonus proficiencies, which is in nature, history, and arcana.
Okay. Well, keep that in mind when you're rolling. So as those bonus ones, you can write those down as, again, they are skills. So you are proficient in arcana if you don't have it already. So there you go.
Yeah,
So you
I actually don't know
which-
how much it would give for that. It just says you gain proficiency in 3 additional skills: nature, history, and
when you
arcana.
all proficiency does is give you your proficiency bonus. It adds that to any skill you're proficient in. So if you are skilled in arcana, you get your normal arcana roll, which I believe is an intelligence check, and then you would get it at +2 as well. So you get your intelligence modifier and your proficiency bonus. But yeah, that's how proficiency works.
Right.
And then there's expertise, but we'll talk about expertise another time. A lot of people don't use it enough, I think. So,
and the D&D Beyond automatically adjusts your score when you have those skills marked.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I'm sitting there like, oh no, it's not adjusted. I don't know how to do this now. I'm just
I know what you mean.
beyond.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. You know, it's a learning thing, and I mean, D&D Beyond is a great tool. We use it. I already talked to Silas about this earlier. That we don't know what the future of D&D is going to be, with the way things are going with Hasbro and Wizards. Like nobody knows. You know, so putting all your faith in D&D Beyond is, you know, probably not the best idea, but use it as a tool and learn with it. Or learn from it is a good way of doing it. And there are other apps out there that can help you as well. If D&D Beyond ever does go, there are other solutions that you can have that are digital. So we'll be talking about more of that in Discord at some point. So as you guys proceed, the tunnel stretches downward into shadowed depths. The air grows colder with every step. The walls are slick with damp soil, scored deeply with those claw marks. The occasional drip of moisture echoes, amplified in the confined space. Ahead, the tunnel widens slightly, forming an uneven cavern, illuminated by clusters of phosphorescent fungi, clinging to the roots above. The smell of decay hangs heavy here. The faint chittering sounds dance along the edges of your hearing. Closer now, like something waiting in the darkness. And I will, at this point, bring up a new scene.
Kind of cool.
It's the behind the scenes of the scene change.
Oh, I don't like this cave.
And I believe you guys can see that okay. Oops, I gotta. There we go. Bring that up.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, isn't that wonderful?
Not intimidating at all.
No, that's not at all. That's
So we have-
perfectly
We
fine.
have Silas. We have Lyra. We have Gaba. We have Luca. There you go. So you guys are all in there. So what are you doing in this cavern?
Sorry.
Are there any like tracks around, or other than the claw marks?
You see those skittering sounds, but you can make me a survival check, please, Silas.
Gabba will be like, she'll reach out her hand and go, talk to Gabba. And she'll be like, what you want? Can kid come back? She actually had cast speak with animals just in case. And
Okay,
is calling out to see.
You're speaking. What you see several small openings here and there around the edge of the cavern. Over here, there's a fairly large opening. So where are you speaking towards when you're speaking that?
Oh, it's so I activated on myself so that I can comprehend and verbally communicate with Beast. So she's speaking aloud just in the general
Just in
cavern
general.
to whatever's listening. It's like, what do you want? Can we have the kid, please?
Okay. What was your survival roll, Silas?
21.
21. Oh, geez. You see pretty fresh tracks actually, and drag marks going from where you're standing from that spot this direction. Larger claw marks, imprints in the ground, surrounded by those smaller ones that you've seen everywhere. So there's definitely some small creatures here, but there is something much bigger that drags something in that direction. Not something very heavy either, but just something dragged in that direction.
Yeah, sure.
Luca, what are you doing while Silas is checking out these tracks and Gaba is speaking to the room?
I would have. Can you hear me or am I muted?
Yep, I hear you.
Okay, I would have followed Silas as he was doing his investigating, kind of sticking somewhat close at his heels,
Okay.
looking around too.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
That would be a 19.
Nice.
19. While he's checking these traps and you're following behind him and you're noting what he's finding, you're kind of looking around as well, going closer to the edge of the cavern. You're noticing faint web type. It's sort of like webs or webbing material strung between roots and across parts of the tunnel itself, along with bones littering the edges of all kinds, like small animals, big animals. You actually do see what could be human remains at in one spot. You're not 100% sure, but it definitely looks like it. And what are you doing, Lyra, as they're doing all this?
I'm gonna be following the other two and also kind of keeping an eye out, investigating, looking around.
Okay. The only thing else that you really noticed that other than what they're seeing and pointing out, is those phosphorescent fungi that are up, near the top of this thing. I mean, you could reach them technically in certain spots. They're just sitting there, just kind of glowing slightly, but that's all you really notice. So, Gabby, you get no response to your answer or to your question.
It's active for 10 minutes, so maybe we'll get lucky.
Okay. Actually, and I'm going to have Lyra. I'm going to have you roll a. An investigation check.
I don't have any bonuses for investigation, but I rolled a 19.
Nice. You see just over. Oops, look at this. Just over here, by some bones. There looks like a small satchel that is half covered with dirt and rock.
Okay, I'm gonna go take a peek at what that is.
You pull it out, and it's a blood-stained satchel that has like a metal flask inside with a liquid in it, and the back end of a silver locket.
So is it the other half of the locket that we found earlier?
It looks around the same size, but it looks like the back of it.
Okay. So yeah, the kid's probably dead.
Okay.
We kind of figured the kid was probably dead.
All right, so that puts you guys at this point. Silas, you are in the lead, followed by. Okay. And there we go. Anything else you guys want to do here before going into the tunnel?
Seems empty.
Seems that way. Just be careful not to disturb the webs.
Okay.
Saying that, as you mention it, and as you've just come over from over here, actually, it would probably put you here. You pulled that satchel out from debris or rocks and rubble. Suddenly, those faint chittering sounds you've been hearing intensify, becoming sharp, clicking chorus from the darkness, beyond the glow of the fungus, from underneath rocks and dirt and bones, come three spindly, venomous creatures skittering forward. These look like giant spiders, their bodies crusted with clumps of soil and roots tangled in hairy legs. Multiple eyes gleam faintly in the dim light as their mandibles snap open and shut with predatory anticipation. One drops from above, blocking that escape. And I will bring those in. Where did they go? Here they are. One is there. Oops. There. And there. And one is right there. So you can roll me initiative, please.
Oh no. Gabba got a 9.
Gabba's got a 9.
Silas has a 13.
13 for Silas. Nice.
Yeah. It'll do.
Lyra?
I got a 7.
7.
Yep.
Okay. Luca?
18.
Nice.
An 18. Nice. And what is your dex?
My dex is 16.
Okay, so you go first.
Yeah.
So top of the round, Luca, what are you doing when you see these things drop down?
Let's see. I gotta see where I am on the map here. Well, it's obvious everybody sees them, so I think she would just ready to just shoot an attack at them. Nope.
Okay. Yep. So you're going for
The one directly in front of her.
the one up here, the one that's blocking your path forward.
Well,
Okay.
oh, that is, yeah. Well, yeah, they're equidistant from her, so that's probably the one she would.
Alrighty. So you're casting. Sorry, what are you casting?
What, am I going first?
Yep, you're first. You're first up.
Okay. So she would hit it with the Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch blast it. Alrighty. Roll away.
Eldritch Blasting. A 16.
16 hits.
That hit? All right.
Yep.
That is a 9 points of damage.
9 points. Very nice.
Force damage.
17, 9 points of force. Okay. Fantastic. That would take it to me. Okay, so this one is going to go right for Lyra because you disturbed the thing. This one, for some reasons, so you're getting an opportunity attack because it's bypassing you and going for the person that just hit it. And Gabba, you're being attacked. So Gabba is a 13 to hit.
That is very short. Just like Gabba.
Short. Okay. Lyra, that is a 17 to hit.
I'm sorry, you cut out for me again.
17 to hit, Lyra.
Okay. I rolled an 11.
No, does a 17 hit your armor class? What's your armor class?
Armor class. Let's see if I can find that. 14.
14. Okay, so yes, I do hit you. And that is 1d8 plus 3. And I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
6 points of damage, first of all.
I got a 14.
A 14. Okay, you do save, so you take half. So take an additional 4 points as well. Poison damage.
Okay, 1 second. I'm trying to find my hit points on this character sheet.
You say I got an opportunity attack, D? Or Chris?
Yes, you do.
Okay, there we are.
Oh, geez. And I think that's going to hit Luca. Sorry.
What happened?
You got hit. Natural 20.
Oh.
So how much was it that got taken away? I remember the poison was 4. What else was it?
4 as well.
So you're saying one of the creatures has attacked Luca.
Yes.
And hit with
And hit
the
with a
crit.
nat 20.
Ouch.
All right, hold on.
Oh.
I will let you know because I know there's things that you might be able to do to stop it. So
Does a 10 hit the spiders, by the way?
a 10?
Yep.
No. 10
Okay.
misses.
Then I miss.
Does the creature take 10 cold damage for hitting me? Since I have Armor of Agathis up.
True.
It will take 10 cold damage, yes.
Nice.
Okay. What's the damage it did to me for its hit?
Okay. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, first of all. Okay, so that was...
That should be no problem. Golden 18. That's a dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay, so you saved. So you only take half. So that's 3. So you take 4 points from the actual piercing damage from the bite and 3 points of poison damage.
That's not bad.
And with that, it moved, 5, 10, 15. And with that, it will now move back for the rest of its movement here in the entrance of the cave. Gabba, you got hit there, so it's moving back here as well. And the other one stays put. All right, so now we are on to Gabba and Lyra. You're on deck.
All right. Well, let me see if I can get this. There we go. Gabbo will kind of take a step between that spider and Lyra, and it's like, we just want child back. Why never talk? And she rages, getting herself in position. With her bonus action, she raises. She induces her tail, which lashes out behind her. And with her action, her tail lashes out at the spider in front of her.
Alrighty.
For a 21 to hit.
That hits.
And that is going to be 7 piercing.
7 piercing.
And that's it.
Okay. And Lyra, that's you. And Luca, you'll be on deck.
All right, so
Did we skip my turn?
Where are you? Oh, you're at 13. Oh, sorry, you're next. Then Lyra. My bad.
Thank
I always think I forget you, Garrett. What's going on?
I was going to say, you did this last night, too. I don't know. Did I say something? Or
So, yeah, it's your
You're
go.
just so forgettable.
I am going to charge at that one that tried to bite me or my friend and say, where do you think you are running to?
So what weapon are you using, by the way? Just out of
My
curiosity.
greatsword, absolutely.
Okay. So you
does it-
charge in here.
Does a 15 hit?
Roll with a disadvantage, please.
Oh, why disadvantage?
Oh.
I'll explain in a second.
All right. 15. That was either an 18 or a 15.
Okay. So as you swing through, at first you're swinging and realize now that the tunnel is getting a little bit narrower, and these roots and webbing is really coming down, and your sword nearly got caught on it.
Oh, okay.
So anybody that goes up where Silas is, you will be fighting with disadvantage with large, like normal size or larger weapons.
Okay, that's fair.
So
Yep.
just for heads up. But yes, you do hit.
Okay.
Are you hitting the one that was already wounded?
Yeah.
Okay.
For 10 slashing.
All right. So you slash, and as I said, at first it looked like your greatsword got caught in this in between roots and webbing. You're not sure, and it just kind of breaks free, and you swing down, severing 3 of the legs off of this beast and cutting its abdomen wide open as it stops moving.
Can't run anymore, can you?
Sorry.
Now dubbed the legless.
Yeah.
Okay, and now we're on Lyra. Lyra, it's your go.
Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to use a bonus ability called Bardic Inspiration. Use a bonus active to give a creature an inspiration die. 1d6 to use on their next ability attack, that's attack roll / whatever. I'm gonna give it to Solos, since he seems to be kind of doing the most damage.
So far.
All right, so you're giving it Silas. See, Silas, you have Bardic Inspiration on your next
Thank you.
your next actions. Okay.
Next, I'm going to use a cantrip called Vicious Mockery. Right,
Yep.
on whatever monster is closest to me.
All right, so the one by Gaba.
I'm trying to remember exactly how that goes. 1 second. Trying to remember the rules of the spells.
I think they make a saving throw.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's you need to look it up. I should know it. I'm a bard. Jesus.
Yeah, I think it's a wisdom saving throw, and they fail. If they fail it, it's disadvantage in their next something.
It's just mockery.
Yeah, it is.
You unleash a string of insults, lace of subtle enchantment at a creature you can see within range. The target can heal you through it need not understand you. It must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage.
Okay.
Yep. So what is your spell saving throw? Save.
It would be your spell
Modifier.
save DC.
Your spell save DC should be there.
I'm just not used to exactly what things are located on this character sheet, so give me 1 second.
No, take it
I'm
back.
used to...
It's not an official sheet. It's just a printout.
Yeah.
Would it just be a wisdom modifier for the most part? No,
yeah.
it depends on the
Let me see
class.
if I
It would be wisdom modifier plus the proficiency level, right? So what is your wisdom modifier?
Wisdom modifier? 1.
Okay, plus 2 for the thing, so it's plus 3. So
Yeah.
it would be 13.
Your spell save DC is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your spell casting ability modifier.
I just found it. It says spell save DC is 13.
There you go.
13.
There we go. Yay.
I must have gone by
And
it like
failed.
3 times.
So roll damage.
Alright, it was
Oh,
a
it failed.
D4
Nice.
if I remember correctly. We got a 2.
2 points of damage.
It also has
Yeah.
disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Yep, it sure does.
Okay. Making sure
You
that's-
can't hit me. Ha 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 ha.
Okay. And that was you. And now we're at the top of the round. That would be Luca. You're up.
Okay. Can you still hear me fine?
Yep.
Okay. So, there's still the same spider that she shot at the first time. Was that the one that bit her?
The one that bit her is the one that died.
Okay. So there's still one there kind of between her and Silas.
Well, it's not between her and Silas. It's on the other side of Silas.
Okay. So is there another one that's a little bit closer to me or that's between me
Yep,
and
one by
another?
Gaba.
Okay, then she's gonna shoot a Eldritch Blast at that one.
Yeah, right here. You see, that's the bad guy.
Whoop, you get in and out.
Okay. And it's a, what'd you roll to hit?
16, that's a 22.
And it hits.
All right, so that's gonna be 13 points damage. Wait,
Okay.
wait.
As the
Wait,
blast
I'll go
comes
back.
down,
Yeah,
it
that's right.
literally splits the back carapace of this thing, and just guts go flying everywhere.
Ew. So now we're all covered in guts.
Well, Gaba's more covered in guts than you are. You're like 10 feet
okay.
away still. Gaba's right beside him.
Oh, Gaba.
All right, that brings us
Okay.
to
It's my turn.
actually Silas. Or, sorry, yeah, Silas. We're going to bring it to you.
Can I try to grab this spider and like drag it out into like away from where it is?
Yes, you can try. Make
Is that like a strength save or a strength check? I should say.
Well, you got to do an unarmed strike first.
Okay. Cool.
See if you can. Yeah, see if you can grapple him.
Oh God, nope. That's a natural 1. For a total of 6.
You go
Oh,
in
boy.
to grapple this thing, like to just kind of grab them by the legs, and your arms get tied up in those roots in the webbing. You kind of misjudged, and they were just they seem to be like they're like everywhere, and it's sticking to you.
This is so embarrassing.
Didn't he have inspiration from?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
like,
had body
yeah.
D6. Yeah, it wouldn't have helped.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was a natural one.
That's right.
yeah,
that's
that's
right.
true. Natural one fails. That's the way I like to play it.
Yeah,
Natural
no, that's
one
fair. That's
always
totally
fails.
fair.
Yeah, and
natural
that
20
one
always
is kind
fails.
of like, nothing you can do then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll bring us to Gaba next, and then Lyra, you're on deck.
Fight's for the most part done. She's just gonna. She sees this big, giant, spidery bug leg, and she's just gonna grab it, just start nomming on it, just to cope and to gnaw and just to seethe while they finish off the last one.
Okay, so
And that'll be
you're
her
gnawing
turn.
on that dead whatever this thing is.
Yep.
It doesn't taste very good, but you've tasted worse, but it really doesn't taste very good. And that takes us to me. And Silas, you are right in front of it.
Yeah.
Actually,
And I'm stuck in webs.
so far it doesn't view you as that much of a threat.
Even though
Wow.
I just all right. I'll take it.
It's going to move to here. And I need both Luca and Lyra to make me a... Actually, let's see if I can get the area. I think a 16. What's your armor classes?
16.
16.
What was that?
Lyra, your armor class?
I believe it was 14, but let me double check.
Okay.
I
So
think she
this
said it was
thing
14.
14.
spits out a glob of this webby like goop, but not like a spider would from the rear. Like it spits it out at you, and it lands in front and just spreads. I need you to make me a strength saving throw, both of you.
Ooh, I rolled a 19, so that's a 21.
Nice.
I have little hope here. Yeah, I have a 0 to the modifier, and I rolled a 3, so I'm pretty sure I'm doomed.
You're stuck. You are. So you are. You are restrained. Okay. Luca, you managed to break
Combination.
free. You're out.
It's a combination of dexterity and strength. She jumps free.
Nice.
All right. And actually, Lyra, you're going to get one more save because it is your turn now. So that's one more strength saving throw.
So I get another strength one because it's my turn.
Yep.
This time it was a 15.
Better.
Okay. It took you a while. It really had you good there. But you do manage now to break yourself out of the webbing that it shot. Okay, and with that, we are now at everybody's had a shot. Gabby, you're eating. You're Silas, you're tied up in the things. Well, not really tied up, but you're there. And so we're top of the round again. Luca.
All right. Well, so she seems to be doing pretty good with her Eldritch Blast. She's going to try it again at the remaining. That is the only one left that we see right now. Spider guy.
Yep, sure.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. That's a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Right. That is an 8 damage.
Okay. And for the first time, this one has been hit. Okay.
It's her turn.
And that takes us to Silas.
Am I still stuck in the webs?
You're not really stuck. You were just
okay,
kind of.
I'll I'll do the same thing. I'll try to grab it and pull it towards me, like pull it
right.
away from this.
Away from the web.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go ahead. Make another unarmed strike roll.
Ooh, much better. 22.
You grab it, and you are now grappling with it, and now it is an opposed strength roll. 17.
Just straight strength?
Straight strength.
There you go.
You get your plus bonus.
Oh, fuck. 5.
Oh no.
Okay, well, you still have it grappled,
That's
but
true.
you don't move it. So it is restrained in your arms.
That's good.
You know, it's not moving. It's not able to. Well, it can attack you, but with disadvantage.
Yeah,
Sure.
At least I've got
Right,
it, though.
but you just didn't move it. That's all.
Yeah, submit.
Gabba? My turn?
Yep.
Sorry.
Okay, didn't hear. Would it be reasonable to say that there would be pebbles lying around?
Oh yeah, all kinds
Okay.
of rocks and pebbles and debris and.
I would also declare, it's not going to help anyway, that since she didn't really attack or take damage last round, her rage ended. But she will take a pebble, just reach back and just throw it at the spider. The pebble does light up with a little bit of green, and it's propelled forth with a little bit of magic. So technically, she casts magic stone at the spider.
Okay.
For a 12 to hit.
It misses.
I
need you to roll me a d6.
Me?
Yep.
Okay. That's a 1.
Okay. You miss, and it hits this patch of those fungi up in. Shoot, where's that thing? Right up in here. It hits there. And what is. So that's going to be Silas and Lyra. You need to make a constitution saving throw, please, as it disturbs this fungi that's there, and this puff of glowing spores fill the air in that range. You guys are left kind of you're finding it hard to breathe, but I need that saving throw.
Dirty
saving. Okay, so you're fine. It's really thick in on your throat. How about you, Lyra?
I got a 5.
Okay, so you failed your save. You are coughing, choking, sputtering, and you have disadvantage on your attack rolls.
Oh,
Fun.
no.
Okay, so that was.
Sorry.
Luca, it is your turn, though.
It's back around to Luca again.
Yeah, or no, we are on Lyra at this point.
Lyra, okay.
Okay, first I'll do the bonus ability again of giving bardic inspiration. I'll again go with Zealous since he needs to be doing the most damage.
I've already got it. I haven't used it yet.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
he hasn't used it.
I'll give this one to, let's see, who's closest to the monster?
That would be Luca.
I'll give it to Luca this time then.
Okay, Luca, you have bardic inspiration for your next go. And what are you doing with your action?
I'm going to try Vicious Mockery again.
Okay. And that's a wisdom saving throw. And it fails, so roll me damage.
We got a 4.
Hey, very nice.
4 points of damage, nice. Maybe it gets disadvantage on its next attack. All right, so that's Lyra, and now, yes, we are now back up to Luca.
All right. So, just gonna keep shooting Eldritch Blasts. They're doing good so far.
Okay.
That's a 23 to hit this time.
Okay. And that definitely hits.
7 points of damage.
All right. It's looking hurt for certain. Okay, and that takes us to what's it actually? Silas, and then me. Okay, Silas, go ahead.
I'm gonna make it a strength roll to see if I can get it
Yank it
further out. Rolling shit tonight. 8.
And a 15.
Yeah.
He's not moving, but he's still restrained. He can't do anything.
Yeah, true.
Think about it, he is going to try to bite you.
That's fine.
An 18 and a 19. So an 18 hits you, I'm assuming.
My AC is 18.
Okay, so it does hit you. And that is... I need a Constitution saving throw.
Wow. Yeah, you know what? I'm using real dice because holy crap.
No.
Beyond. Wow. The roll was an 11.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm using real dice. Yeah, beyond. Jeez, please. That's terrible.
Beyond is being mean to you.
Oh, it's being terrible to me tonight. Nothing but good bad rolls. Holy cow. Oh, that was much better though. I rolled an 11 for the Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 7 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
And 4 points of poison damage.
I don't like that at all. I'm going to eat your insides, you little.
Okay, and that takes us to Gabba.
I wouldn't. They probably taste lousy.
Well, she sees this big orc, and this orc is trying his best and just slashing away and getting hit back. So she's going to make her movement up. I think she's got enough movement to get next to Silas, 30 feet.
5, 10,
Yeah.
15, 20. Yep.
And she'll go ahead and she'll take her palm and she'll lick her palm, get her palm nice and wet, and then she'll take her wet palm and she'll slap Silas in the wound, and she'll cast Cure Wounds
Oh, nice.
through
Thank you.
her healing spit. So she cures him through 9 points of healing.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Thank
Get feeling better, and that's her turn.
you. That's amazing.
Excellent. And that now takes us to Lyra. Lyra, what are you doing? Spore clouds have finished, so you're not at disadvantage anymore.
That's nice. So I'm going to use my bonus ability to give Gabba Bardic Inspiration this time. Since
Okay.
she's like right in front of the monster. And then I will
Everybody's
use
now inspired.
And then I'm going to use Mrs. Mockery again.
All right. We'll make the see what I can do.
We got a 1.
Well, this time it saved anyway. So it does not take the damage.
Okay.
Okay. And that brings us back around to top of the round. Luca.
All right. One good thing. There's a try again. Eldritch Blast. And we're going to use that Bardic Inspiration. How many points does it give me?
Is it
It's a
D6?
D4 or D6?
D6.
The D6?
Pretty sure it was a D6.
That gives me 16 to hit.
It hits.
Yay!
Thanks for that inspiration. Wouldn't it hit otherwise? That's 12 points of damage.
And the same thing with this one, as you get, and Silas, you're holding this thing and you're holding its arms, and this bolt of arcane energy hits the carapace, and it splits open like a coconut and spews out this vile insides all over you. So now both you and Gabba are covered in, well, guts.
Sorry about the mess, Silas, but we had to get it. We
It's
had to get
okay.
this ended quickly.
It feels strangely like home.
The last twitches of the spiders, or whatever they are, twitch and collapse. Their glossy carapace splitting, the final hiss of steam as this goop fills everywhere, and the tunnel ahead grows eerily silent, except for the faint sound of shifting earth further ahead. Amid the scattered limbs of these spiders, you notice something glinting off that fungus that Gaba had jostled loose. Seems to be a claw-shaped amulet buried partially in the dirt.
Are we able to get it without disturbing anything more?
You're not sure. Do you get a closer look?
She's very carefully tiptoeing over there. Slowly.
Basically a stealth roll.
Can I use my... Oh, no.
I'm rolling good tonight. I rolled an 18. Let's see if I have a bonus to stealth.
Which direction is further
Bonus
down?
is +3, so that's
Okay.
21.
Yeah, you're fine. You don't trigger anything. Which way was down, Gabby? You said the further tunnel going in?
Yeah.
This way. This way.
Okay. That would be
What do
the
you think?
direction Gabba starts moving because she still wants to find the child.
So Gabba starts to move towards the entrance.
I will.
So yeah, you
follow
don't
Gabba.
do anything. You do manage to pull this claw-shaped amulet out of the dirt, or out of from underneath the fungus. It
Okay.
does have a faint radiant magic to it, an aura.
Okay, so she dropped that in a pocket, saying, "We'll get this identified when we get back."
Okay, and you guys proceed forward, correct?
Yeah, I'm going to follow Gabba.
Yes.
Okay, so Gabba, you're in the lead. Silas, Luca, you going behind, or are you going to go last?
It doesn't matter. I'll go third.
You go third, okay.
If Lyra's okay to go last, if she wants to.
Sorry, I'm just clearing up the board here a little bit, just so I know where you guys are. As you're going forward, part of the tunnel ahead looks a little unstable. I need everybody to make me a athletics check, please, as you're moving forward.
Athletics.
Better. 16 for Silas.
Okay.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, you're fine.
Oh. Athletics, you're sure. 6.
That's it. Okay. Well, either way, it doesn't matter at this point, Lyra. You don't have to roll because one of the four of you did manage to kind of knock something that shouldn't have been knocked, and it triggers a minor cave-in. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
All right.
Dexterity.
Who's making a saving throw?
Everybody.
All of us. Dexterity.
14 for Silas.
Loading.
14.
Lucas slipped and caused a minor cave-in, so we're trying to not all slide back down.
I got
What
stuck
is-
in some webs, so don't worry about it.
So,
That.
Silas, you're 14, you're good. Gabba, your saving throw?
18.
18, you're fine.
Oh. Quick feet.
Luca?
16.
16, okay. And Lyra?
I'm not even bothering to look at my modifier because I got a 1.
Okay.
Oh.
So you're the only one that actually took damage. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as a large rock falls on your shoulder.
Look out!
You guys now proceed forward. The tunnel descends more sharply now. The scent of damp earth and decay grow thicker with every step. Those faint vibrations from earlier are stronger, rhythmic, like the beating of a massive heart, buried far below. Ahead, the tunnel opens into what looks like a natural cavern, split by a yawning chasm. The faint chittering you heard earlier has stopped, but the tremors continue, steady and ominous. As we load up.
Oh,
Load this in. I hate that. Why is it always? It's always coming in as fog of war.
right. That looks treacherous.
As we bring in the characters, at this point, we've got Gaba was in the lead.
Gabba, go first. Romp, 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 romp.
And then we had Silas. And then we had Luca. And then we had Lyra in the back. Okay,
Before anything else, Lyra is gonna have to cast Healing Word on herself.
Okay. Yeah. What's everybody's action? This is what you see before you. What's everybody doing? Like, how's everybody feeling?
I'm doing good. Oh,
Okay. So you've cast, and then of course, Lyra, you cast Healing Word. You okay, Luca? Gaba, you guys are fine.
Spellcast modifier.
Yeah,
took a
Gabba's
little
just
damage.
making
It's
sure.
very minor.
Yeah, Gabba's fine. She's just making sure she doesn't lose a group, but she keeps going in case there's a chance to save the child.
Okay. Are you continuing the same marching order?
It says spellcast modifier. What would that be? Is that the DC? Or is that
No,
the
it's your
attack?
spellcast. Yeah, it's your attack modifier. Your spellcast modifier. Spell attack modifier.
Okay, so then I get 8 back.
nice.
There you go.
I think we just lost Luca.
Are you taking any precautions when moving forward, Gab? Because you are in the lead.
Her precaution is not precaution, knowing that sometimes when you're over careful, you can cause more problems. So she's just going across with purpose, but care, not mindless running across.
Okay, so you are being cautious. So
Yeah.
you're not really taking thorough examination, but you're cautious.
Yeah,
I need you. You can choose perception or survival.
I think we might have lost Luca.
Oh
All
no.
right, I'm getting her.
Okay, go.
Yeah, I kind of had to do a healing spell because I was only at 8 hit points
yeah.
left. So
Oh,
I was like,
Mm.
yeah, I better do that.
it'll be survival. I think
How much
that'll
did you-
test it.
How much did you heal yourself for, Lyra?
I got 8 back, so I'm at 16 now.
Okay, so what's your survival roll, Gaba?
Well, it turned into a 6, but if I try the Bardic Inspiration,
Oh yeah.
that makes it a 12.
Okay. Well, you kind of look and you think you know a safe way to cross it. Are
She
you moving
feels
it?
inspired and goes ahead confidently.
Right? Are
Well,
you moving it at normal movement? Are you moving at half movement?
Normal.
Okay, just so I know ahead of time. So what's going on, guys? The tunnel had opened abruptly into this vast underground cavern. Its ceiling lost to the shadows above, and faint drips of water echoing like distant chimes. This chasm splits the earth in two, and its jagged edges glowing faintly with an unnatural bioluminescence. Stalactites loom overhead, hanging like the teeth of some ancient beast. Loose earth crumbles beneath your boots, threatening to plunge you into the void below. Across the chasm, a narrow path leads further into the earth. Though it looks treacherous and unstable, far below, The faint sounds of grinding stone and the echoing rumble of movement stirs the air, vibrating right through your bones. So, Gabba, you've moved forward at half, you said?
At normal speed.
20, 25, 30. Need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. 18.
Okay. You slip, but manage to catch yourself on bits of the jagged rock. So you're kind of hanging off the edge. Silas, you're behind. How are you proceeding forward? Are you over the rock?
I'll rush over, and
So you're just going to rush in?
yeah. What the hell? I'm not going to let my friend fall off the edge.
I did this
Okay.
on purpose. I got this.
Be careful, please.
Okay, I need you to make me a first of all dexterity saving throw.
Oh, we don't. This is where I plunge to my death. Cocked. 14.
14. You managed to find a good foothold. Now make a strength check to pull Gabba back up.
Perfect. I'm good at that. I'm fucking Jesus. I can't even believe this. So sorry about this, Gabba. That was a natural 1.
Ow!
Okay,
You
well, I'm
need
not
to
going to have
eat
you drop
more
over.
eggs.
He did have a hang, so he's still hanging there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
doesn't matter what
Luca,
dice I
what are
use,
you doing?
apparently.
Are you proceeding with caution? Are you just rushing ahead as well? Are you investigating the chasm a little bit more?
Don't know. I think I missed something.
Yeah, I'm just curious on how you're proceeding forward towards this across this bridge.
Well,
Are you
I wouldn't. I'd be
investigating?
watching them, waiting to see how they proceed.
You're watching them?
So I see that Gabba slipped. Is that what happened?
Gabba slipped and he's hanging off the bridge. Silas went to rescue him. He's got his hand basically on Gabba's shoulders, on the tunic or whatever he's wearing, and kind of trying to pull him up, but hasn't been able to do so yet. And that's the situation we're in. This bridge looks very unstable to put it mildly.
Since there's a big orc and a goblin now hanging off it, I think I'd better not go on the bridge. Although you would think that the big orc, even no matter what, would have no trouble pulling up a little goblin, but
That's what I
that's the way
thought,
the
too.
dice roll.
So what are you doing in the meantime at the
down,
end? Are you investigating? Are you just standing there watching the two of them? Or
Yes, just standing there watching.
okay. What about you, Lyra? What are you doing?
Well, Luca did make a good point that we have a very heavy orc on a not very stable bridge. So probably if we put more weight on that, it's probably going to collapse under our weight. So right now, I'm just kind of waiting and hoping that the goblin can be pulled over.
Okay,
I got
so you're
this.
just
I
watching.
got this. I swear.
Okay, so now in the next round, you do manage to pull up Gabba. You don't have to make another strength. You do manage to get a better hold, and you pull him up, and he's now behind you. So you are in the lead. So moving forward, Silas, how are you proceeding?
I will go very slowly, listening for like any cracks in the ground or anything like that. Like as if I'm walking on ice. Like you of all people know how that is, right?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So more of trying to be more dexterous and limber and ready.
Yeah, like if the ground starts to crack, I'm going to stop and kind of try to shift my weight to a different place.
Okay. Make me an acrobatics roll, please.
Cool. I guess it doesn't matter what dice I use. So, 10. It's not horrible.
Okay. You get about to here,
Okay.
and you slip.
Well, son of a...
Unable to. You manage to kind of. You stumble. You're going to fall off the bridge. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, sure. Today's not my night. Oh, that's much better. 21. That's better.
Okay, so you catch yourself on the ledge, very much like Gabba did, or on the edge, and you don't fall to this big ledge. It's about 20 some odd feet below you.
Oh, that's not too far.
It would hurt. Because it's
Yeah, I'm a
very
big
hard.
man. Gabba,
Okay,
I
so
was
Gabba,
thinking, how would we get him up? That
You
would be
probably
the hard
break
part.
something. Well,
So Gabba, what are you doing now at this point?
Gabba would like walk on over. It's like, come on, we got to cross. And she'll grab him and kind of hoist him up.
So you're just walking confidently across. Make me an athletics check.
Oh, no, an athletics check.
Yep.
That's a 12.
Okay. Meets it, beats it. So you manage to keep your footing, and you're now trying to pull him up.
Yep.
Okay, make a strength check. It's just a straight.
Right, check.
if the tiny goblin manages to pull up the orc, I'm gonna laugh.
I'm so embarrassed right now.
That is a dirty 20, my friends.
Oh my goodness. So Silas, you now here as this little goblin reaches down and literally yanks you up onto the ledge.
Oh.
Looking back
And you
now,
look
Luca, what are you doing? You're now 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet away from Silas.
Very nice.
Once they're crossed safely, or at least, at the edge there, I would start across, looking back to Lyra, saying one at a time and very carefully,
Okay, so are
like
you
you're walking on
them?
ice.
Yep, she
Are
kind of
you
nods
just
at
watching them in the
yep.
crossing?
Am I what?
Are you just watching them in the crossing?
I watch them cross, yes, and when they get to the other side safely after the slip and he pulls them back up and they get across, then I'd start across.
Okay, and what about you, Lyra? Are you just kind of doing the same thing, watching them cross?
Yeah, I'm waiting for, Luca to get across and then I'll go across.
Okay. So, Gabba, you're proceeding to the other side.
Oh, yeah.
You managed to get to the other side.
Reach out a hand if necessary.
Silas, here, 5, 10. Yeah, you get
I'll get
the other side.
Yeah, I'll get down on my hands and knees and just like crawl to the other side.
You're there. Okay.
Now imagine going back.
Luca, you're now safely across. You're proceeding forward?
Yes,
Full movement or half movement?
half.
No sense.
Lyra, what are you doing?
I'm waiting for Luca to get completely across because, again, the bridge
Okay.
is very unstable.
So a round goes by. Anybody doing anything? She's now 30 feet over. She's about mid-bridge. Anybody doing anything?
Ooh, pardon me. No, I'll give her some words of inspiration. You got this.
Okay. Luca, you're being very cautious. You're kind of remembering where they went and how they moved and trying to keep your foothold steady and avoiding any loose rocks. However, a sudden deep vibration pulses from the cavern. Loose stones skitter and scat from the rooftop or from the cavern top and fall to the cavern floor. The groaning sound of shifting earth fills your ears. A section of this bridge pathway cracks and splinters into rubble. Dust of like a dry rain. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. Woo, yes. That's a 23, and she is dashing across the rest of the way, carefully still, but dashing, running for it.
You
You do not fall from the bridgeway. However, you do take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as rocks land on top of you as you're just kind of hunkering down to stop the barrage and steady your foothold. And you proceed
6 points.
forward. Okay. And another round goes by, and you're there. So during these rounds, Lyra, what were you doing standing on the other side? Just watching her?
Yeah, kind of watching, making sure she's all right.
Okay.
Quick question. So it says in my explorer's pack I have a rope. How long would that rope be?
50 feet.
And how long is this bridge?
From where the edge, stable edge to the other stable edge, 55 feet.
Wow.
Okay. I'm going to carefully walk forward. And when I get close enough, I'm going to throw my, like half of my rope over to try and get one of them to hold on to it.
Okay, you get about halfway, and you can toss an end to Luca. She's within tossing range, so you toss an end of your rope over. What do you do with your end of the rope?
I'm going to tie it to myself so that I don't lose it in case I fall.
I thought he was gonna like bungee jump off or something.
Like I said, just in case I fall.
Okay,
I have
so you
not
tie
had good
yourself
luck
off.
this season.
That's fair.
Luca, while you're holding the end of the rope and you're kind of pulling, or not pulling, but just watching as she gets across, being very cautious. I need you to make a perception check, please.
Perception check. $19.
Nice.
There is some kind of airflow coming from over here. And now that you kind of look back as she comes across, just kind of you feel like a breeze in the back of your neck. And you kind of look back. There's even a slight light shining through it.
Once I get across, I'll put my rope back in my bag.
Okay.
She says, "Hey guys, I feel a breeze from here, and it seems like there's some light. Maybe an entrance or exit to somewhere. Shall we go look at it or keep going?"
Any sounds coming from that way?
It's kind of hard to tell. There is like that rumbling, shifting of earth sound everywhere.
Okay.
Seems like as good a way as any.
I think we
So
should
we-
take a peek at it.
Carefully go over and look at where that light is coming from.
It seems to be a small tunnel passageway. You're all going to have to squeeze through. Gaba probably won't have to squeeze in. But there is some kind of a light source. You don't know if it's daylight. You don't know if it's torchlight, but it's light in the distance. And there looks to be another cavern, like a smaller cavern that this opens up into.
Any signs of clawing or scuffling or dragging into this direction?
You can crawl in through this opening if you want.
I mean, she does. She's still hoping to pick up on a trail of where the kid.
Okay.
I
Well,
mean,
make
unless
me,
they pass.
Make me it's hard. Like there's no right here. You're on mostly rock surface. There is scattered rock and debris everywhere. But you going kind of partway into this little tunnel space that Luca discovered. You don't have to make me any kind of rolls to get in there. You do see what looks to be some claw marks, faint claw marks, some of that webbing material around, scattered bones. It looks to be some kind of a resting chamber. You see what looks to be again, you're only peering in and you're going by what little light is coming through what looks like an old tunnel. That's very, very small, like maybe going to the surface at this point. But you do see what looks to be some kind of leather-bound journal on the ground. inside this resting chamber. About maybe 10 feet in front of you.
Is it only GABA that can fit through there?
You can all fit through, but you'd have to make an acrobatics check to get in.
So
I mean, do
she
you wanna
asks
plan
GABA
it
what she
after?
sees.
Give me a minute, and she may try to grab for the journal and then back away.
Okay, so you kind of take a step in. You do pick up the journal. Make me a perception check.
Reception. That's a 10.
Okay. You reach in, you grab you bend down, you grab this old journal off the ground, and as you look up and you look at the wall just under where the old tunnel goes up and the light's coming through, you see a very faint old ruin carved into the wall. You've seen markings like it before. It's definitely magical in nature, or was, or is. It's hard to tell.
Okay, well, she'll back up and hand the book off to Luca and then explain what she saw in there.
Luca flips through the book really quickly, looking for anything helpful.
Yeah, there's nothing really else in there.
In the book? What kind of book is it?
It's just like a journal. It's detailing another individual or group of individuals' attempt to hunt down the beast below. A failed attempt at that.
Does it describe anything about the beast at all?
No, they said it says in there right very clearly they weren't even able to make contact with this thing.
Oh wow.
Huh. Onward.
So you guys do come back out, and you're just kind of standing there, and you're kind of surveying the situation. The way forward is down this way. You can tell it's a tunnel that continues to go down and out, and you kind of look out into this chasm a bit, and below.
Run away from the chasm, please.
Yeah, you're not right beside it, like you're not on the loose stone, but you're looking down. The darkness stretches out seemingly endlessly, swallowing every flicker of light below. The distant grinding sound that you heard, that stone on stone, rises up from the depths, almost like a deep exhale from some enormous throat. Each vibration feels deliberate, like the creature below knows you're here and is waiting. So what are you doing before you move forward? Is everybody okay?
As far as I know, I'm only missing 2 hit points, so I'm good.
Okay. The path ahead narrows into a tunnel. Its walls packed with jagged stone and claw marks, so deep they seem almost intentional. The air is thick, heavy with the scent of like scorched earth and old blood. Somewhere far below you hear it, a deep reverberating growl that sets your teeth on edge. The beast is close now. 1 minute here, guys. Yeah, you didn't find that. You didn't find that. Or you didn't find that. Okay. Making sure. All right. The tunnel descends into a vast gaping chamber. A cathedral of earth. Jagged stone columns rise from the floor, illuminated faintly by clusters of glowing fungi and veins of pale green crystal. The air is thick, humid, and filled with a foul stench, a mix of decay, damp earth, and something carnivorous. At the far end of the cavern lies a pit, a crater-like maw with broken bones and scattered remains scattered around its edges. The deep rumble you felt throughout the tunnels rises in pitch, and then a terrible screeching roar erupts from the darkness below as the earth begins to move.
It's coming.
And it's this one.
Anyone want a new pet?
Maybe not.
I have to blow this in.
Dang, that's cool. A pit of despair.
And
That
we've
looks like a
got-
hot springs location.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
almost, eh?
We've arrived at the spa. Excellent.
Okay. Down behind, there we go. So you're there. And as I said, this thing erupts forward. And I am just...
Let's kill it.
Forward. It comes out probably over here as it bursts out. There we go.
Giant burrowing monster. Ooh, he's big.
Oh, it's so cute.
He's a big boy. Let's kill
So
it.
I will need initiatives, folks.
I figured that was next.
14 for Gaba.
Oh, yuck. 5 for Silas.
Okay, Silas is a 5. Luca,
16.
16. Lyra,
8.
8. And 18 for me. I go first. Yay. Okay, so it is up. This is a massive armored beast. Its chitinous plates glistening faintly in the fungal light. Its jaws are lined with jagged stone-crushing teeth, and its claws are spade-like instruments of destruction. Its eyes are milky white, almost unseeing, but its snout twitches, constantly tasting the air for the prey.
What kind of a snout?
It's like this rocky, almost beak-like snout that comes down. It basically, I'll blow the mini. It sort of looks like that.
Have we ever heard of or seen such a thing before?
He's a big
Never.
boy.
No eyes?
No, well, it has eyes, but they're milky white, like glossed over.
Oh,
So probably blind.
it's dark in the
Okay.
cavern.
Other than the light sources you guys are bringing in. Okay.
Yay, dark vision.
All right, so I'm just making sure it's doing the right thing. And it's moving forward.
Can I cast light on my crystal before starter, since we've already rolled it?
Well, as you're going through, yeah. If you're again, I'm assuming you guys either have lanterns, torches, or you've done other methods of light. Okay. Is there any changes to your positioning that you guys want to do at this point before I take action?
I mean, Gaba would try to be in front again.
Okay, like just right in front, like here.
Yeah, and just trying to position herself as the first line of interest.
Okay. Anybody else?
Luca would try to separate a bit from the other two in case it has some attacks it can do as an area of affected. She'd move like east 2 or 10 feet, maybe.
Here.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe one more.
More here. Okay.
Yeah.
Silas, are you good where you are?
Maybe one down and one to the left.
Right there.
Right there.
Okay. And Lyra, are you good where you are?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good where I am right now.
Okay. Where's my movement? 1 second here. Where is my movement rate?
Here's Johnny.
You see this thing bend at the knee and leap, jump up and fly over the distance between where it was and where it now lands in the center of you, the group of you. When it hits, it is 10 foot. Is that going to reach you? Yeah, that's 10 foot. 10 foot. 10 foot. So you will have to do it. Dexterity saving throw, please. For all of you.
Are you kidding me?
Which I have. Wow.
There's 3 natural ones tonight.
Oh no.
Oh my word.
That's crazy.
You're making this too easy for me, man.
I don't know. The dice just do not like me tonight. I don't know what's going on.
We have something in common.
Seriously.
Lucas, good. She rolled a 22.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so Lucas saved. Silas did not.
No.
Gaba.
Also 22.
So okay, you're fine. And Lyra, what did you roll?
I rolled the same as Solus, nat 1.
Okay. Those of you that failed, you are taking damage as rocks
Ouch.
come down from the ceiling above, and you are knocked prone.
That's fine.
How much damage?
7 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's fine.
Okay, so that was its.
I take 7 damage in my sleep.
That was its movement and its action. So at this point, we are at the top of the round for the rest of you guys. So that's Luca, you're first. And Gabby, you're next.
Okay, so this thing's. So I don't know what. She decides to try a little dissonant whispers attack against it. So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom save. Looking for it here 1 second. Give me 1 minute, guys. Sorry.
Joke's on you. It's a super wise monster.
Yeah, it's not really.
Maybe. Remember they said they're not totally beasts, so you never know.
Right. So that is. Okay, it saves. 19.
Wow.
Oh,
Try.
okay.
You weren't kidding, Gavin.
That was a natural roll.
Well,
So he doesn't get any bonuses to it, so.
yeah. It does gonna take half damage though.
Okay.
Oh, good.
So damage increases by 1d6 for each slot above. So it's 46 half. Well, points half of that is 6 points of damage. Psychic.
So 6? That's half?
Yep. Yep, 6 is half. Psychic.
Okay. Excellent. And it takes us now to Gabba. You're up. Gabba, do you have a light source out?
I have a
What?
light on my crystal too.
Yeah, I know you got a light on your staff, but Gabba, do you have a light source?
Gabba actually has the dark vision up to 60 feet.
I know, were you carrying a torch though, you said earlier?
Yeah, she does
Okay.
have a torch, so she was carrying a torch to help the
Okay.
others.
All right, so you are carrying a torch as well. Okay?
Yeah.
So what is your action?
Bonus action, she's gonna rage again, Hulk out, bring out her tail again. Movement, she's going to try to move around to the other side of the creature, kind of taunt it as she's growling. And then once she's on the backside, then she'll strike it with her tail. And when I say backside, I mean like northern side.
So you are moving around it to here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Go ahead.
And it's a 12 to hit with the tail.
And that misses.
Yep. Well, and that's it. She's kind of trying to hopefully getting its attention.
Lyra, you're up.
Okay. Let's see. Well, first I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Gabba, because they're the closest to the monster.
Yep.
Next, I'm going to use... I guess I'm going to try and use Healing Word on myself, because I'm actually pretty hurt.
Okay.
Okay, so I gotta
That's
roll.
your action. So Silas, you're up.
You can move too. Don't forget.
First.
Yeah, right now you're on your butt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just so you guys know, both Lyra and Silas are on their butt. You got to use half your movement to stand up.
We gotta use what?
If you're
Half your
going to
movement to
move,
stand up.
you got to use half your movement to.
So
Or
do that.
you can stay prone and give them disadvantage on attacking you.
Yeah, so I'll use half my movement then to get up, and then I'm gonna heal myself.
Okay, so you're up and now healing yourself. Okay, Silas, what are you doing?
I will also use half my movement to stand up and move into attack range. And swing with my greatsword. Oh, thank fuck. Natural 20. Huh.
Nice.
Redemption.
Nice.
Nice.
Something really cool happens actually here. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Give me 1 second here. Okay, never mind. It's just improved critical. Okay, so it's an extra 46. So it takes 20 slashing. And I'm going to action surge to attack again.
Yeah. Just give me the total.
Yep. Does a 17 hit it?
Yes, it does.
Nice. A lot of damage this turn. So total of a total of 32 slashing.
Nice.
Oh,
Very good.
God.
You wounded it, that's for sure. And that is the end of the round. Yes, it is. I need to make a D4. So Lyra, you're 1, Gabba, you're 2, Luca, you're 3, and Silas, you're 4.
Wait, say that again.
You're number 3. Gabba,
Okay.
you're number 2. Lyra, you're number 1, and Silas, you're number 4. And I rolled a 4. So Silas, it is.
That's fair.
Aw.
Yep.
Each round on this thing, a stalactite falls.
Oh.
You must make a dexterity saving throw, please.
I don't like that.
Fun, wow.
All of us are just
yeah,
that one.
I rolled an 18.
An 18. So you're fine. So you do avoid taking this damage from this falling stalactite that comes down. Now that you're looking up, make me a perception roll.
10?
Yep. You do see there are quite a few what look like loose stalactites above on this ceiling.
Awesome. I will shout that out to the rest of the party. Falling rocks.
I see that.
Okay, actually, Luca, you can make me a perception roll because now that you're saying you see that, you're looking up, you notice what's going on.
14.
Yeah, when he says falling rocks, there's just certain, like, you see most of it looks pretty solid, but there are certain areas around this cavern that, for whatever reason, these stalactites might be triggered to fall, and maybe easily triggered in some cases. So you've noticed that. So that was at the
Okay.
beginning of the round, and top of the round is me. So it is going to make another movement. What's it going to do at this point? Actually, you hit it for a doozy, Silas. So it's going to
That's
attempt
totally
to hit
fair.
you. And it rolls a 17 to hit.
That is not going to hit.
Okay, so his bite, he goes to snap in your direction, and I guess because you dodged that stalactite, where he bit is where you were,
Okay.
not where you are. So he just missed that bite, and it looked like that. You see the size of its paw,
Yeah, sure.
huge with those teeth. That would definitely hurt. And now that brings us to Luca. You're up, and then we have Gavin next.
Okay, she's gonna move diagonally down, which would be what? Southeast, about 15 feet.
So 1, 5,
Diagonal.
2, 5, 10.
There.
Correct.
Yep. And then she's gonna
Okay.
Eldritch Blast. If that is not taking me under one of those possible stalactites that might fall.
You don't think you are under it, that's for sure. But you do move over there with your movement. That was diagonal. Make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
I mean, she would move whatever way she would need to avoid walking under one of those, even if she had to zigzag.
Not under one of them. We just need a dexterity saving throw.
14.
Well, meets it, beats it. As the floor you're walking on is very unstable, and some of it just kind of gives way and falls apart, almost making you stumble. And in so doing, now you kind of look around. Make me an investigation roll, please, before you make your attack.
Investigation. That's a 15.
15. So in the future, basically where those spots are above, but you now can kind of make sense of your footing a little bit more as well. So now
Okay,
make your attack roll.
Eldritch Blast. 19 to hit.
Hits.
Let's go. That is 12 points damage.
12 points. Okay, excellent. Is that it for yours?
Yes, that's my turn.
Okay, Gabba, you're up.
She'll just yell at it from behind because she's frustrated. You're bad. And she'll just try to strike it with the tail. For, 17 to hit.
Hits.
And that would be 8 points of piercing. And that's
Okay.
it. She's just holding her own little bitty form back there.
Okay. So you scream at it, you're bad, and you whack it with your tail. Okay. And that takes us to Lyra. You're up.
So I guess I'll do a bonus move of Bardic Inspiration first. I will give it this time to Silos. And
Silas.
sorry, Silos. And I'm gonna try Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Trying to remember exactly how that one goes. One second.
Failed. So it takes 2 points and he gets disadvantage on his next roll. Or his next attack.
That's huge.
Yeah, that is actually considering his next action is pretty huge. Silas, you're up.
Oh, swing away with my great sword. Does a 15 hit?
Nope, you missed.
Oh, well, that sucks.
You hit, but it just kind of chunk. It's like solid. Like wow.
I am gonna bonus action second wind because I'm a little bit low on hit points. Little bit.
Okay. Let me know when you're done.
8 back. It's actually
back?
beneficial. 8. Yeah, that's good. Okay, cool.
All right. You're all good?
Yep.
All right. Top of the round. That is me. And of course, I now have to make another random roll. And it is a 3 this time. Luca, you're in trouble. As you're safe from stalactites and you're safe from this crumbling rock. However, the floor beneath you begins to open up. I need you to make a athletics check, please.
Sure, not acrobatics.
Well, at this point, it's an athletics.
Oh, good. I rolled a 16. So I think it's just +1 I have on athletics. Let me check. Yep, so it's a 17.
Okay, so you managed to hold yourself out of this. The reason it was in athletics is it didn't just open into like an empty space, so you weren't just kind of trying to be acrobatic and jumping out of the way. It was like the ground was trying to swallow you and pull you in. So you managed to kind of use your strength and athletics to make sure that you don't fall as a sinkhole slowly starts to form beneath you. And you managed to move out of the way. So that was a natural occurrence there.
Which way do I move?
Well, that's up to you. Forward, like left.
Along that.
Which way do you want to go?
Along the wall. Yeah, if that's a safe spot or yeah, there's a spot next to it.
There we go.
That's on the cliff, so I think
it's right at the base. You're kind of like in a nook.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
You're good there. Okay, and now what it does for its action, it actually turns on you, Gaba, and in your head you hear a growling scream because you sat there, you hit it with your tail, and you said you're bad, and it turns on you, and in your head and only in your head, this growling scream, yes, I am, and it reaches out to try and grab you, although it has disadvantage. And with a disadvantage, that is a 16. Is a 16.
My armor class? I mean, it's short.
Yeah. It's short. It misses you.
Yeah.
So he does not grab you as he burrows quickly under the ground, leaving solid surface behind him. So you don't see him now. He's somewhere underneath. You feel the ground. The ground is always shifting and twitching here. You're not sure what to do. So you guys are now left in this moment with no visible target, and we are on to Luca. What are you doing? There's sinkholes that could open up in this space. There's stalactites that can fall. There's loose footing in various spots.
Excuse me. Did we see like moving earth as he burrowed that we could tell what direction he might have been going, or did he just disappear under the ground?
He went down. He tried to grab Gaba, but just went straight down. And
that hole there in front of us, can she see from her vantage point? Is that like a ladder or steps down?
It looks like there's some crumbling stairs that go down. Very steep stairs, but there is some stairs that go down.
All right.
From your vantage point anyway, you do kind of see them over here.
She would call out, "Don't move yet. There's areas of the ground that are trapped or something, and stalactites that are loose. So let me make my way to you first." And so she kind of would retrace her steps that she had taken to get there safely.
To avoid the stalactite. So who are you going to first?
Silas.
Okay, so you are at Silas.
Yeah.
Aye.
So she would say there is a stairwell over here, and then she'd look around and see if she can give Gabba or Lyra safe directions of which path to take to get over to that crumbling staircase. Saying, I think we should try to go down after it, or
Okay. Well,
want to move up.
you do manage. You can give them directions to get right to the top of the staircase.
Okay.
Do you guys do so?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Gabba will go to the edge of the pit, and she's going to ready another magic stone on the moment that anything hostile shows up.
Okay. And Lyra, what are you going up to the stairs as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, can we investigate this crumbling staircase to see if with helping each other and using ropes we can make it down there safely?
You sure can. You see, by the way, a prone figure, young boy, lying on the other side of that pit down below.
Look, he says. Is that the farm boy?
He looks young. Seems like
Yeah,
Hey.
look, fairly young. He's wearing farm attire. Looks like what the parents described.
Okay. She tells Silas, here, you take the rope and secure it to me. I'll go down and see if I can get him to come back up.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay,
So-
you go down the stairs.
Yep.
Okay, you get to the bottom. You're standing at the bottom.
Okay.
You're about 5 feet away from the boy.
And I'm carefully testing out the ground around in front of me, make sure there's no more sinkholes, traps, and make my way over there if she doesn't.
You're standing there, and as you're standing there, and you're kind of looking, and you're trying to observe, the ground trembles violently, leaving jagged scars across the bottom of this pit where you're standing. Silence seems to fall over the cavern. That the shifting rock sound, the grinding noises, all seem to stop, only broken by your guys' breathing. But somewhere, it just, you feel it. Something is waiting. And you're going to try and take a step over towards the boy?
Yep, I'm trying to grab him and run back upstairs.
Okay, you do manage to grab him. You do move him with you to about there. And at this point, the beast reemerges in a violent eruption of earth and stone. Its massive form filling up the almost like the center of this cavern space that you're in, Luca. Its jaws open wide, revealing rows of grinding teeth, and it lets out a screech that reverberates through your bones. This is it. This is its final stand. It will make.
Let's kill it.
I wish I'd had time to at least tie the rope to the boy so he could pull him up.
Luca, 19, does it hit you?
Yes.
Okay. It clamps down those massive. You guys are watching this up top. This thing clamps down its massive jaws on Luca, coming down.
Does this trigger Gabba's magic stone since she had that at the ready?
Yep. I'm just rolling damage here. Sorry.
That would be dirty 20 to hit.
You are hitting at 18 piercing damage, Luca.
Ouch.
And 6 bludgeoning damage with the rock.
Shrieks. It bites her.
Okay. And we are at this point. As I said, I didn't take you out of combat round. That was its round, and now Luca, it is your turn. It's your action.
Does this still have me? Is it my grapple?
It's not. You're not grappled. It just bit you, and it bit hard.
Well, that wasn't very
Okay.
nice.
She's going to. Does it seem like the boy that she grabbed when she was trying to get over there before he popped up? Did it seem like the boy was alive, breathing?
You didn't really take the chance to do a medicine check on him. You just kind of grabbed him and ran with him. So you're not sure. It's kind of dead weight.
Yeah.
He could be
Obviously
dead.
he's
He could be just unconscious.
He's gonna put him down behind her, close to the stick.
Okay, so you kind of let him go.
Yep.
Anything else?
Not knowing, she's gonna regretfully do a little misty step.
Okay. Where are you going?
That's a bonus action. Can I get to the top of the pit?
So over back where you were, up here.
Yes.
Yep. You can go to 30 feet. So with a step, right? You were here. So oops.
So I could go a little further than the edge of the.
You can go to here.
Okay. So that would do that. And then if that's my bonus action, can I still take an action to drink a potion of healing?
Yep. You can do a potion of healing for sure.
Okay.
Okay. So Gavin, you're up.
How much?
And you hit it with snow. What was that, Luca?
Remind me how much the potion of healing does.
Normal potion of healing is 2d4 plus 2, isn't it? Or 1d4 plus. Shoot. Damn it, I can't remember now. I don't have my screen in front of me.
Anybody else know? No?
Sorry?
Did anybody else know how much the normal healing potion
Yeah, I'm just looking
heals?
for it now. It's
Oh,
2d4
yeah.
plus
4.
yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
2d4?
Yeah.
Plus 2. 3 goes.
Sorry, I just had to double check that. I can't remember all the time what the potion levels are.
Plus 2?
Yep.
So it's 9 points of healing.
Nice. Okay, so you're out of there. So Gabba, what were you
That's her
doing?
turn. She would say, smack that thing to oblivion.
All right. Well, bonus action. Gabba will throw another rock at it. Bad. That's going to be a 12 to hit.
Oh, that misses.
All right. Now, how far down is the bottom of this pit from the top?
About 20 feet.
So what Gabba wants to do is Gabba kind of wants to jump off towards the creature and stab it with her tail on her way down.
So you're going to try to do basically a flying leap and tail swack it.
Exactly.
Okay, I will allow that. Yeah, why not? Make me a to hit roll.
To hit a roll for the tail is going to be dirty 20.
All right, you definitely hit. So you come down and you smack it hard with the tail as you make a very forceful landing, mind you.
Only 4 piercing.
Okay, so 4 points of piercing damage. Okay.
And that'll be it. She'll hold her position in front of it.
Okay. And that takes us to Lyra. What are you doing?
Well, first things first, I'll do my bonus thing again. I'll give Bardic Inspiration this time to Luca.
Okay.
And how far is the creature from me right now?
Oh, 15 feet.
Okay, so that's close enough. I'm going to do Vicious Mockery again.
Okay. I get half damage, so whatever it is. What'd you roll?
It's 7. With
Sorry,
my
7?
with my a modifier, it's 7.
Okay, so it takes 3 points. Okay. And that would take us to Salas.
This is going to be fun. Okay. Using the rules of long jump,
Yep.
I'm going to back up 10 feet
Okay.
and then scream as loudly as possible and charge 10 feet forward. And when I get to the edge, I'm going to make a long jump, and it means I can jump 16 feet. So I'll land right in front of it between Gaba and the dead boy. Yep. And as I come down, I'm going to bring my great sword down in a swing if I can.
Okay.
So
Is
the
it
kid,
difficult terrain that I'm landing in?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, fuck. I have to make an acrobatics check.
We'll let you make the to hit roll first, though.
Okay, cool. Do I still have Bardic?
Yeah, you do.
Thank God.
You
for
never
that.
used it.
I am going to use it now. Oh, thank God. 17 to hit.
That hits barely, but it hits.
Whew, thank
You
God.
managed to find just this little chink in its armor hide.
Love it. 12 slashing.
12 points of damage. Now, it looks really hurt and really pissed off.
Yeah, well, what can I say? And now I'm going to make an acrobatics check to see if I
Yeah, make an acrobatics check.
slip and fall. An 11? It's DC
yeah.
10, so
Yeah.
it says DC 10 anyways. So
Yeah, no, you're going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as
that's fine.
you kind of stumble on the rocks that you land on. You jump 20 feet into a hole.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. It was heroic.
But that was pretty epic. It was pretty epic. So that at this point, I believe that's the top of the round. You are safe. You haven't moved yet, Lyra. You've moved there, but you know where you're going, Luca. So it is Gaba. As you're standing there, a stalactite falls from the ceiling. Make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Dexterity save and throw. That's gonna roll and get me a 15.
Nice.
15. You managed to save, so you managed to dodge out of the way and only take 2 points of bludgeoning damage from rock.
Oh, reduced to 1.
There you go. So you are right at the edge on the cliff face, or actually, no, you'd probably be back at the stair base, dodging from it. And that takes the top of the round. That's Luca. You're up.
You're muted if you're trying to talk, Luca.
Thank you.
Yep.
If I'm far enough or still close enough where I can see down in there and get him with an Eldritch Blast, I'd shoot an Eldritch Blast.
Yep, you can get him. You can see the top of his head.
Get him in the head with an Eldritch Blast.
Sounds like a song.
Song.
With an Eldritch Blast. Hit him on the head. Yeah, that's good.
16 to hit.
You missed.
So I don't have any. Did she give me Bardic Inspiration? I don't have any.
I think you did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you had yours left too. You didn't use it.
I did use
Actually,
it.
she just gave it to you.
I
Did
used to
you
say, I
not?
think she just gave it to you.
Yeah.
So,
She just
so
gave it to me.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
So I can roll the d6 to add to that.
Yep, and if you add at least one, which you're going to do, you're going to hit it.
Yep.
So
Okay.
You do.
Yay! That's what
Nice.
So d10. 6 + 4. It's 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. You definitely sink into where one of those white glossed over eye sockets are, and you fire the blast right there. And with one final pain screech, this burrowing horror collapses, its armored body shuddering before falling still. The ground beneath your feet steadies, and those echoing tremors finally fade. Silence returns to the cavern, broken only by the faint sound of water dripping somewhere in the shadows. The monster is dead, and the tunnel grows still.
Can I make a medicine check on the boy?
You can.
Let's see if he's alive or not. Does
Thank
anybody
you,
else
Luca.
got better medicine than I do?
Let me check.
I have a 0 to the modifier.
I have a +2.
Do you want to check?
Yeah, if you can bring him
Okay,
up
I
the
can
stairs.
assist you if you need.
Bring him up the stairs.
Yeah, I'll bring him up to Luca. I'm not. I
Doo-doo.
mean, I know what dead bodies look like, but I don't.
It's
I only
hard
rolled
to
it.
tell. Like, if he looks dead,
I
Yeah.
only
but
rolled a
he could
13.
be. Yeah, you rolled more than 10. He's dead.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's gone, guys.
At least we got the body. We can give him a proper
Yeah.
burial.
I'll take him
So
back
what
with
are
us.
you guys doing at this point? Now that you're down here, you're in this room. This seems to be a dead end. There look to be some old tunnels here and there. You're not sure where they go to or anything else. The smell here is you do smell like a dampness or like dank, very damp and dank smell to the room. There's drips of water, as I said. You can hear it from in the distance somewhere. But what are you guys doing at this point?
How difficult would it be to pry some of its like armor, like skin off?
That looks very difficult.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Like you're looking at it as a soldier, as a warrior.
Yeah.
As cool as its armor is,
Hmm.
it really seems unusable.
That's
The
fair.
teeth, however,
Oh, I'll take a tooth if I can, or two.
you can. You
Yeah, cool.
definitely can.
Cool.
There's two really big, long front teeth, and there's lots of little jagged ones.
Beautiful.
Make me a sleight of hand check, please.
Yeah, sure.
Are there any nests around with eggs in it waiting to hatch little baby versions?
Make me a investigation roll now that you're looking around.
9 for me, for my sleight of hand.
9. Okay. Well, you shatter one tooth trying to get it out, but you do get the other big long one out.
All right, cool.
This is long enough that it can be fashioned actually into like a wand or a dagger at the very least.
That's cool.
Luca,
18 forget.
Luca,
So you-
before they go exploring and looking around, would use her healing ability to get back some hit points since she's still bloodied.
Okay.
And then she would help them look around for eggs. And I think that
Okay. So you two are now searching. What about you, Lyra?
I'm also investigating around to see if I can find anything.
Okay, so amongst the three of you, I'm not going to even have you roll. You do manage to find. You don't find any eggs, for this thing anyway. And this, at least in this chamber, this does seem to be its primary layer. Like the hole in the ground. There's a lot more bones here. There's definitely the remains of cows, pigs, chickens. Yes, there are some human remains here as well. Looks like the boy was probably next on the menu. You do manage, scattered amongst the bone and debris, you find about 100 gold coins.
Ooh.
You find a dagger, half buried in a pile of remains in one corner, or one edge. Shouldn't say corner; it's a round area. And it looks like a rolled up piece of leather that's got a single parchment inside of it.
Can we
What
read
the-
the parchment?
Is that?
Can we read the parchment? What language is it in?
So you open it up. There's nothing, no words on it, but it's a map. It's a very crude map, and it shows basically the tunnel complex that got you here in more detail. It looks like maybe it was those adventurers that had come before. So one of them might be the remains here, and there was the map that got him here. But there also seems to be other side tunnels mapped out that actually lead from here to the southern expanse.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
That's far. Jeez.
Well, considering where you guys are, you guys went southwest about a day,
Yeah.
a day's travel, because you traveled through the night.
Yeah.
It's it's about a day and a quarter to get to the coast.
Yeah.
So you're maybe 6 miles from the coastline.
Okay.
Okay.
But you're thinking, like, when you're looking at this map and you're thinking to yourself, if you were to follow those tunnels to the ocean, you're not going to come out above the water. You're probably going to come out below,
yeah. Sure.
which is kind of a scary thought for where you are. So you guys take the body, you take your rewards. You manage to make it back safely to the surface. When you present, like, obviously they're grief stricken, unbelievably so. You've got the coin that you found there. You do have, you got a tooth from this thing as well. You've got this map, which is kind of interesting. So you kind of see there's probably some tunnel entrances to this place as well, other than the farm, that you kind of note, which might be handy later on. You have that journal, which is, again, just an adventurer's logbook of, we made it here. We made it down. Some of the people went ahead, never returned. I'm getting out of Dodge. So that was the gist of that.
What was it? The claw thing that Luca found in the earlier chamber?
That was just a journal.
No.
The
claw.
Yeah, you had said there was some kind of a claw necklace type thingy.
Oh, yeah, and you do have that claw talisman.
That's what it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we should get that checked out. Did they recognize the claw talisman, the family, at all?
No.
No? Okay.
Can any of us do any kind of knowledge check on it? Like, would any of us know anything about it?
Well, I'm just checking here. Oh, yeah, I forgot to read this to you. You emerge from the tunnels, the pale light of dawn painting the sky above. Cold air bites at your skin, but the warmth of hard-earned victory fills your chest. The homestead stands quiet now, a fragile peace restored for now. However, as I said, you do have the issue of grief. But yeah, you do find. Let me see here. Who has? I guess it would make an Arcana check, Luca.
Okay.
Make an Arcana check.
Roll good.
That is 17.
Okay. The dagger that was found is magical. The clawed amulet is magical. Looking at that as well. Just double checking everything here. There's a prize list that I have. There's a few things you missed, which kind of sucks, but.
So all this big cavern is now officially part of the barn and part of the property of the farmer now.
At least the big hole in the middle of the barn.
That's fair.
Where you don't know how far the homestead goes out, the farmstead, where his property markings are, because you guys did travel a fair distance under the ground.
That's fair.
Well. So I'm sure you can probably get at it. I'm just double checking, make sure everything here is listed as magical. It's there. So I think that's. Oh, and Farmer Ulrich does give you guys like this brooch as well. Again, nothing really about that, like magical wise, but it is there. So that you find that the amulet the clawed amulet is magical, as well as the dagger is magical.
Cool.
Why did
I would,
Farmer Eldrick give us? Why did Farmer Eldrick give us a brooch?
A reward for bringing back
Oh.
his son's body.
It's just a pretty pin.
It looks
For the
like it's
Birch Club.
probably a fairly family heirloom. Probably the only thing of real monetary value they have, because again, they're a simple farmstead.
Luca would look to the others and give a questioning tilt to her head and see if anybody nods back at her and gets what she's trying to silently say.
No.
She wants to hand it back.
You guys can make
Oh,
insight checks.
yeah, by all means. Yeah.
She wants to give it back.
I would agree with that too, because it's a family of them.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
cool with that.
I'm
She
also
says,
going to return the other half of the
other
locket that I
locket?
found.
Okay, they're grateful for that. They're grateful for that.
Gives the brooch back.
Yeah, that's fair.
You guys do make your way, like you leave the farm, and basically as you, shoot, why is it doing this to me?
Because it's the end of the mission.
Yeah, exactly. It always seems to do this to me.
Yeah.
As you do leave, though, it's like the ground gives you one last like tremor. That just makes you think that there could be more.
Poor babies.
So,
What
but
you
you
said
do
there
make
could
it
be?
back. There could be more down there.
Yeah,
Like you do know,
sounds like it.
you do know that by looking at that map, there's other entrances that are here. The sinkholes are just seem like a weather anomaly that opened up on the surface that just allowed these things to come out. Maybe they helped the process by clawing their way out and making the holes bigger. But there seems to be a network of tunnels in this particular region, and the one set of tunnels goes right towards the southern expanse, but would either be underwater or might even be under the bottom of the water. Like it goes, they go deep, and you're not sure like where these go, because there were parts in here that looked very natural, very cavern-like, but there were parts that you've seen, the stairs. There was that ruin, the glyph on the one wall that Gabasine noticed. So there's again, this thing was, you sense that magic resonance before you went in. This thing didn't have that magical resonance. Neither did those little skittering
Is there a
things.
way we can tell what kind of magic is on the pendant and dagger?
Does anybody have identify?
We can get them checked out in town.
Yeah. So you guys do get back to town, and I'm just going to kind of go over the clawed amulet. Who has the clawed amulet?
I think Luca picked it up. It's
I'm
Okay.
not sure.
should give it to Lyra to hold on to.
Okay, so I'm
Right.
going on to it.
It
Yeah.
is an amulet of the burrower's claw. The amulet is crafted from an obsidian black claw, curved and sharp, set in a crude but sturdy iron frame. Faint ruins glowing with a sickly green light are etched along the claw's edge. The leather cord binding the claw is weathered and stained, giving it a primitive but potent appearance. While wearing this amulet, and you must attune to it, you gain the following benefits. Venom resilience. You have advantage on saving throws versus poison and resistance to poison damage.
That's kind of cool.
2, tunnel sense. You gain advantage on wisdom or perception checks to detect vibrations through solid surfaces, such as detecting creatures burrowing beneath or approaching from underground.
Nice.
And the last one is the burrower's will. Once per day, as a bonus action, you can invoke the amulet's power. For the next 10 minutes, you gain tremor sense up to 30 feet, allowing you to detect and pinpoint the location of any creature or object in contact with the same ground as you are.
Handy. Nice. It's good if somebody goes invisible.
Yeah. Let me know who else got something. Oh, the dagger is a +1 dagger.
Oh.
Sorry.
I think Luca said she wanted the dagger. Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah, cool.
Well, I think who found the dagger?
You
I think
didn't have
we
to
all
say.
did. You didn't say. We all
You
did.
just
Yeah, I
said,
think
you just
It's
said
just
between
general
us we
party.
found
All
it.
right, so Luca, you got the +1 dagger.
Okay.
You managed to pull that one fang out. Now it's not magical,
yeah.
but it's kind of a common item. Crafting material can be turned into a weapon, wand, or talisman. It's a massive serrated fang, nearly a foot long. Its surface rough and slightly translucent. Its edges are uneven and sharp, still stained faintly with traces of the beast's ichor. The tooth tapers to a sharp point, and faint natural etchings run along its length, almost resembling arcane symbols when viewed in the right light. But it's just a tooth.
Yeah, sure.
But you could
It's a raw
probably make it into
material.
something cool.
It can be definitely made into something cool. And looking at that tooth, Luca, you have arcane ability. You see that there's probably potential as some kind of a component for something. You're pretty sure, but it's just unrefined right now. It is worth 50 gold pieces.
Ooh.
If you turn it into a fang dagger, it's 150 gold pieces.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it can also be
Good to know.
turned. It can be turned into, because you are having all this stuff looked at. You are told that it can be crafted into a couple of magical items, like a fang talisman or a wand of burrowing echoes. I mean, it's.
Oh wow.
But
Really?
that would cost a pretty penny to have.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
So
Okay, that's good to know.
yep. So
I'll
that's
just
what
hold
you
on
guys
to it for now.
want. And I'm going to give you your experience here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Don't worry, you guys get experience.
I forgot about that. I gotta change that. Actually, I haven't set the milestone.
But the experiences of friends along the way.
Oh.
When that big bad ugly beast hit Luca, it dropped her down to 3 hit points.
Oh damn.
Oh,
You guys each receive 550 experience points.
Nice.
So does Gabba care about the necklace, or do they want the necklace?
Gab is not materialistic, and she already has 2 necklaces.
Yeah.
One is
As does Luca.
+1 wisdom. I think there's another necklace that she has. She doesn't use. She has a +1 scimitar. Anything that she would take back, she would just put in the lost and found box anyway.
Yeah.
How much
Okay, so-
experience did you say we got, Dean or Chris?
550 experience each.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I think that might be almost enough to put Luca over to 4th level.
Oh yeah, I was only like 30
Yay.
points from level 4 anyway.
Yay.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
you're getting there.
If everyone's okay with it, then can Lyra steal the necklace?
Well, I think that's why
You're
Luca
not
gave
stealing
it.
it. Yes, you have it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys, I mean, you guys did really well. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the adventure. I hope everybody
was
that's
good.
out there that
Yeah.
watches
Yes.
enjoyed our 3rd episode now in our mini adventure series. It's been a lot of fun doing this, and I plan on doing another one very soon. I don't know if it'll be next Saturday or the Saturday after. It might be the same crew we have now. It might be an alternate crew we have now. You never know. We have a pool of role players in the Discord, and they have an opportunity each to step forward and play in one of these one-shots. And you, the viewer, can log in. Just go to the description for this from this video on YouTube or on Twitch. The link is there. Actually, which is really weird. This whole time I could have been doing this. A lot of people are not familiar with Discord. You could go to discord.com and download the app. Very simply put, if you're not familiar with Discord, it is a chat app, is really what it is. Sort of like a forum, sort of like just text channels that you communicate in. But it's based on your interests. And then when you get a link like we share here for our Discord link, you can join onto the Foreverland server and come play with us, experience the world, or just grab yourself some free content that you can use in your own game. Some of these one-shots, these mini adventures, will be made available to the public as well for people to download and just use at your will, including the battle maps that I've used in the background. They are original. They are DeaconsTable the assets to share with you as well, so you can enjoy those coming down to it. So again, I'm glad you guys enjoyed. I think you found most of everything that you were supposed to. There was a talisman and a crystal shard that you could have grabbed, but other than that, you guys did really, really well. So I'm impressed. Basically, that thing was the equivalent of a bullet, just so you know. A D&D 5e bullet was the equivalent.
Yeah.
Bullet. Do you want
Yeah, I
to
thought that's probably what you were running it off of.
Yeah, it's kind of loosely based on that. But yeah, it's it was
Looks nastier though.
Yeah.
Most definitely. I want it to be a little bit more nasty looking, if not. I didn't want it obviously to be too overpowered. You guys are throwing it to the level.
Oh, it was good.
But it's called a giant burrowing horror.
It was pretty creepy looking. I will give it that. It was pretty creepy looking.
So yeah, I thought it was kind of fun. So anyway, guys, thanks for playing, and we will most definitely do this again soon. I don't know what we're gonna do next, but I'll figure it out and surprise you with it.
All right.
So stay tuned for episode 4, and don't forget, guys, Emerald Legion is this Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune in for that, and we can see what the Emerald Legion is up to and the trouble they're getting into, which is a lot.
All right.
So I'm getting all kinds of comments and stuff in the channel here on Twitch from Cryptopic. I just noticed that Dice Jail Time, Wolves and Spiders. So we need to join more RPG Discords and social media pages to advertise for the games, and he's right there. We really do. So anybody that's able to help with that, I would appreciate that effort to put forward to try and recruit some people. I think the problem we're having, guys, and I know people watching might even agree because I've seen this a lot. I'm trying to even watch TikTok and that. There's people kind of go, well, what's Discord? Don't understand what Discord is. So we keep sharing the Discord link, and they go, oh, what is this? It's another app to download. They might think of it as another Facebook or whatever, just another, but it's not. It's different. So I think just kind of I'm going to do that from now on, and I'm going to attach the link to people to actually get the app first, and then kind of explain it a little bit, and then they can join the Discord. So because we really need more players, we could probably use some more DMs, to be honest with you. We've got a few that just don't have the time. One just doesn't have the drive to do it anymore. That's why Rob's not around much, but it is what it is. So it happens. We all know that. So guys, we'll see you soon, and we'll see you in the Discord, and enjoy the leveling up, Gabba, or Luca,
right.
Sorry. And
Thank you.
yeah, be level 4. So, and I'll figure out how to do that now for the background characters as well, to try and keep them fairly on pace. So right now it's only a level difference, so it's not too bad, but yeah, won't let them fall too far behind. All right, guys, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.